Hello, Miss Renee.
Hey, what's happening? How are you?
I'm Peachy. How are you?
Good, good.
Uh, so hi everybody in the chat. Usually when I have a guest on, I don't do roll call, and she really has a limited amount of time that she can be on with us. So I'm just gonna say quickly hi to everybody, and thanks for being here. I also have something quite significant to drop, but I'm not gonna do that right now because I'm gonna wait for the room to load a little bit. Uh, that way I don't have to, but I hope y'all are sitting down because it's juicy, man. So Renee is my guest today. Real Renee, not Andrea, posing as Renee. And Renee, after you saw that Kibbles and Bits video, what were your reactions to it?
At first, I saw the name and I thought, I know pretty much all of Angela's friends. And I never knew she had another friend, Renee, because I'm sure that would have been Renee 1 and I would have been Renee 2, right? Or
Right.
something would have distinguished between the two of us. And then I saw Renee Simpson and I was all, oh, Angela's friend, Renee. So they kind of baited and hooked people in
Absolutely.
me, and I haven't been on the scene for a minute. And they were like, oh, she must have something juicy. So I just want to let everyone know, because I did read in some of the comments that it looked like a lady named Andrea, which it is. And
Well, I can say that you you how do I say this nicely?
Y'all don't look anything alike.
And you're way prettier.
oh, well,
But
yeah, her wig sucked too. I was like, oh my God, girl, get a better wig. Get a better wig.
so they clickbaited with, and I discussed this on the live last night, which guys is published now. I know a lot of people were asking me for the link, but it's up live right now, and we were playing some of the AI generated videos with people. I know a lot of people don't like Angela or don't want to like her or whatever. That's fine. But you have to listen to what's being put out there, and what's being put out there only hurts Michael's case. They think they're helping him by saying that she lost her house, she got evicted, her cars are repoed, she's in a shanty town in a tent. uh there's a lawsuit between Michael sued TLC, and Angela got boatloads of money, but why the GoFundMe, which we'll get to, which is the tea I'm going to drop for you. But sorry, go ahead, Renee.
Yeah, so usually on social media, I don't comment to people on their likes or criticism when it comes to Angela, but this one I fell into it because I was like her friend Renee, and I knew this woman was not her friend. I knew she didn't have a friend named Renee. And
I just don't know how these people at that on that channel, I mean, they're idiots, so I guess there's that, would ever think that Andrea from Sherelle's channel was you.
yeah, and she was stating all kinds of facts, or making statements. Actually, she was making statements with no facts to back them up. Half of the interview was so false. She was saying that what happened in Vegas between her and JoJo, because a fan like JoJo, no one paid attention to JoJo. And Debbie didn't come for her for that reason. JoJo was partying and scheming. And yeah, I had just met JoJo for the first time, number one. And within the first hour of meeting JoJo, she was giving me recommendations on what to beware of Angela. Second of all, Debbie
Friend.
drunk. Debbie was drunk the whole time. Drunk, mean. We went to a restaurant. She's like, I'm picking up everyone's tab, but she was like, I'm not for hers, which was fine. I have my own money, my own businesses. I don't need Debbie to pick up a Chinese $13 dinner for me. She was rude as hell, and she made horrible comments to me also. So then they talked about the doctor in LA, and I was friends with Angela then. Nothing happened.
Hold on. Let me guide the chat a little bit. Renee is talking about what was said on Kibble's Bitch channel. Kibbles and Bitch. I might have to change that again. On their channel when they had Andrea posing as Renee from the show. And this is no shade to Sherelle or Perry or V or anybody over there. I don't even believe Andrea is affiliated with them anymore. So I don't want anybody saying I'm trying to shade Sherelle in any way. But you know, we know Andrea from Sherelle's, but I think it's been a while since I think they had a fall. I don't know. No shade to them. Go ahead, Renee. I'm sorry. Oh, are you there? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I hope her phone didn't die. Let me text her. Well, I was really impressed. Like, this went off. I started on time, like real on time. Like, you know, not even a minute late. Hey, Lisa. Hey, Jules. I'm sorry, guys. I can't read the. I just couldn't say hi to everybody. Oh, wait, there she is. Nope. I know she's on her phone. I am just hoping that. Hey, Wendy. I'm just hoping that it didn't die.
She's probably screaming in the store.
That's
Who's gonna charge her?
And she's not answering my text, which makes me think that her phone did die.
Hold on.
Oh, thank God. Okay.
Okay, can you?
I can hear you. There's no picture.
All right.
There you go. You got it.
Phone call came in. When a phone call comes in, I'm not used to being on live, so
Yeah.
should I not answer? I click the red button. Sorry, you guys.
No, it's no problem. You're the guest. You can do no wrong. All right. So you were saying also that they were kind of spinning it that you had fallen out with Angela, which they said the same thing about me, that me and Angela weren't friends anymore. And that you haven't been around in a while, and that Angela picks weak-minded people or something like that.
Yeah, and first of all, I have been in contact with Angela, and I have been in her presence. It was not for filming, number one, and number two is sometimes when we do things, they're not always posted.
Right.
And I own a few businesses, and I have an organizing company that I travel all over the United States with. Our schedules don't match up all the time. And
Plus, you're on a different coast. You're
I'm
in
Cali.
California.
Yeah, exactly. And then for them to say, "Oh, she hangs out with weak-minded people," that's not true, because I know a handful of Angela's friends that I have that I've met, and they're still her friends.
Hi, me being one of them. We met in Vegas too,
Right.
and I have to say, Renee is a very kind and generous woman. The suite that me and Cody and Kalani and Asuelo shared was on her dime.
Yeah, at my condos. Yeah. So I mean, I'm a very you can probably tell I have a strong personality. So Angela, that's a false statement. Angela doesn't have a bunch of minions and weak people around her.
Well,
The
I have a strong personality too, so that makes sense. You know, like she doesn't put
strong,
herself around weak people.
yeah, and the strong, I feel like the weak people, like JoJo and a couple of other people, uh, put their stories out there. They want to stay relevant, and they are weak, and they don't have anything else better going on in their life. And strong people that are busy and business minded, we don't have time to do lives. This is the first live I've ever done. I don't even know how to get back on this screen.
Oh, I popped your cherry. Thank you. Oh, look at me.
Yeah,
Hey.
I don't have time to sit there and write a 30-minute paragraph and this and that. Although I did for the first time today to the Kibbles and Bits girl. I guess her name's Mary, and she was on there with Kelly. And I just had to say something because they're discrediting Angela, and yet and still they're not spewing out the right information. They're discrediting themselves by just putting out there a whole bunch of false narratives. And I can keep going on and on and on. Like this Renee doesn't know about if Angela had 5 boyfriends. That was bullshit. That was number one. She doesn't know about the history with her Michael. She doesn't know what happened with Dr. Obane or in Vegas. I was there. I've been to LA with Angela a million times. And I just think that it's kind of disgusting that this chick, this Kibble and Bits, is on a platform to give us a perspective or the news or the gossip, and all of her gossip is bullshit. Most of it.
I would agree.
And Kelly and Mary knew that Andrea was Andrea and not Renee Simpson. So they even scammed on that part of it. They were like, okay, Andrea, throw on a wig and act like your name's Renee Simpson. Close to my name, Renee Smith. We're going to have Angela's friend. And then there's Renee Simpson, which somebody could pass off as Renee Smith. So I just don't have any respect for that kind of journalism. If she shouldn't even be put in the category of a journalist, she's just, her show's crap.
Yeah, and we covered that last night. I think I showed a little bit of it, and I said, "This is Andrea from Sherelle's," and I guess maybe she was counting on the fact that people didn't follow Sherelle, but Sherelle also covers the show. And it was, and again, no shade to Sherelle. And I don't believe that Andrea has been affiliated with them in a long time. But I would say 90% of the people know Andrea from being a part of Sherelle's panel for a few years.
Yeah, well, I'm not familiar. I wasn't familiar with Andrea until I saw the YouTube. So, I mean, I just had to call her out. There's no other Renee. Angela and her are not friends, never have been friends. I know that for a fact.
Yeah, and I believe she asked Andrea or fake Renee, well, tell us how you're friends with Angela. And she says that they talked on the phone every day for 24 hours. Like, no.
No. I'll talk to her when she goes to take her grandchildren to school at 7:30 in the morning. When she goes and drops McDonald's off to them at school for lunch and picks them up after school, comes home, cooks dinner. People talk a lot of shit about Angela, but one thing some people cannot say about her is that she's a really good Nima to the kids. She doesn't mess around. She doesn't take calls when it comes to them. She's like, I gotta go. So I don't know how that happened. That's another falsehood right there within itself.
I feel like I had another question for you about Kibbles and Bits. Did we cover everything from it?
I don't know if we covered everything from it. I know in my paragraph.
Take your time. Get it all out, girl.
Well, I know we were gonna cover. I'm gonna let you bring that up whenever you want to. The GoFundMe and stuff like that. But I just, like I said, I'm just disgusted that two people think that they can scam their audience after Andrea was already on a platform, and that she feels her audience is dumb enough to pass her off with, wouldn't recognize her.
Well,
Like
in
how
defense in defense of Kibbles and Bits, their audience is dumb enough to believe it. Just like I played those AI videos from last night and getting 40,000 views, 50,000 views, and like hundreds of comments, and they all just ate it up because their hate for Angela, that they can't see anything past it.
yeah, that goes with territory. And again, I have been before I went to Nigeria, I was on multiple three-way calls with Michael and Angela. I feel like I know Michael pretty well. And being in Nigeria, I had some alone time with him. And
Well, yeah, you were in Nigeria. Like one of the big scenes was when you guys were there and Angela took the plates off the car and it made her look really bad. Can you shed a light on that?
I can shed a light on that because a lot of people think that she was just irate because he didn't open the door. Prior to coming to Nigeria, Angela had discussed getting Michael a car. Angela said, okay, this is the budget. Then he says, okay, this is the car I'm getting. And she's like, oh, great, lovely, this and that, blah, blah, blah. Then by the time we land in Nigeria, he has a new car, but he's way out of budget. And it's not a souped up Camry with the whole kit on it, blah, blah,
Yeah.
blah. A little taken back. And the plate, she was a little taken back because that is something, being in a marriage, if your husband or wife goes out and purchases a car, it needs to be discussed, especially if your money's together and their money.
Oh wow, we have someone special backstage.
What? Oh, what's up, girl?
Angela.
Hi. Hi, Renee. Hi,
Hi.
Johnny. Hi,
Oh.
Cody.
I feel like it's a family
Hi,
reunion from
beautiful.
Vegas.
Yeah, it is. And, I can't say too much because I have to, I'm living in my hut right now and traffic's going everywhere. Just kidding.
Yeah, that's a great way to put it. That's how
So,
I've been living.
I just want to thank Johnny and all your supporters that are being open-minded. I don't suspect everybody that loves Johnny to love me. I'm not here for that. I love Renee for her honesty. She's always been honest. Renee's been in my life since before I put her on the show. And the reason I put her on the show was because she's grounded. Like when I say grounded, but if you're bringing up the car thing, I don't know if Renee remembers. He didn't know we'd come there, and we were sitting there chilling, just got off the plane. The crew, all of us, having a few drinks. Yes, me, ma was. Oh yeah, I was. And he was talking. He was talking shit to me on WhatsApp. Remember, Renee? And she's like, what's wrong? I said, if he don't shut his mouth. He was telling me, I said, take your Instagram down. He said, never, never. Get a divorce, whatever he said. And I said, you say that one more time and I'm going to show you. And he said something and I don't remember what it was. And I got up and the camera crew's running everywhere. Well, I said, no, you can't go. If I was in Georgia and I would go right to his house. And we took a journey, Renee and I. And we went. And what Renee was trying to explain to you, the car, yeah, he was out of budget. But here's the other thing. Y'all seen 5 minutes? It took him 35 minutes to come out.
If not longer.
If not longer.
Yeah, if not
Well, it
longer.
And then
seemed
he
like
come
it
out
was
with
a
an
while.
attitude.
He knew
Like
he
that
was.
you knocked on the door. Go ahead, sorry.
He knew he was busted. He was talking major smack. Telling her he didn't have to answer the phone. Answer to her because he Georgia, little down the street.
Well, it was actually an hour and 15-minute drive.
Yeah.
But I just want to say thank you, Renee, for speaking up because Johnny, this is his job. And this is what I always tell people, whether I'm mad at him today or tomorrow, but I always love him. We'll be family. Johnny's one of the best bloggers I've seen out there. He's been through hell. He's one of the king of 90 days. If anybody knows 90 days, he does. Yes, sometimes he has little breakdowns like me, but he's the best. When he's on point, he's on point. And nobody can take that from Johnny. Not kibbles and bits. None of them. None of them. Because Johnny always tries to be fair, but when he brings the facts and people keep saying he's lying, he gets frustrated. Anybody would get frustrated. Listen, I'm going through the same shit Johnny's been going through for the last 5 years. All this slandered me out. I have nothing to say about it. I am in a legal matter, but all I can say is what Renee made a comment today, and she's absolutely right. She stated, if people doesn't see that I fought to get Michael over here before y'all knew him, I was with Michael. And I fought and stayed in this bullshit that y'all call what you've seen on TV, that I won't fight to tell my truth. You got the wrong American. And I say that, so this is going to go everywhere. I don't say I'm going to win. I don't say I'm going to lose. I say I'm not going down out the truth fight because I'm not there to tell lies on him.
Well, yeah,
I'm
it
not.
took 7 years to get this man here, even after he got caught having a relationship with someone, even after we idea might be scamming you. Your own daughter tried to that way. Still loved him so much that you didn't care.
No, I cared, but I thought, I thought he loved me. That's when this all happened, I realized he never loved me, and that's what was the hardest part of the first 3 months. When you realized it never was love but one-sided, you see. So it's okay. I'm a big girl. I'm the strongest bitch ever. Cause look, I'm more famous I hear than what Johnny Depp and Amber. Thank you for making me be asked to do movies, guys. Keep up the hate, cause real people's gonna see through it. I've never seen people go
Well,
against.
Angela, I did some research. I haven't even explained it yet. I don't
Okay,
know.
what is it? Oh God.
Well, here's the tea that this is you all sitting down. Well, okay, ready for this?
Oh God, I'm scared.
Woo! Um, since I got back in the game, my head's on straight again with the blogging. I've been doing my work because Angela doesn't have many people fighting for her, as where Michael has. It seems like it's the world. So I've been trying to get to the bottom of certain things. I'm sorry,
Well,
it's
you
so
scared me. You scared me.
Oh,
What is it?
well. In a nutshell, Angela, since and this is a fact. I did my research and I didn't. I found it out from some. This is legit. Since Michael is trying to take half of everything you own, right? Your house, your cars, whatever. Even though he's not going to get the house, he got the house before him, but whatever. Alimony, spells of support. He wants everything from you. Do you know that since you're still married to Michael, half of his GoFundMe money is yours?
Shut up. No way.
have you?
Half of it.
Well, I guess you wouldn't be stating it if it's not a fact. They are still married. That is considered.
You're
Well, I
not.
will
You're
tell you
not.
this. If that is, and I trust Johnny, I've never been about money, but if it is, my half will go back who sent it because I don't want a damn thing from none of them. I'm just saying, I'll give it to charity or church or Johnny Yates's page. If I was to ever get anything, I don't want nothing. All I want is my peace back, my truth. But thank you. Oh my God, what are you serious?
That's a fact.
So the haters are actually paying me and don't know it.
They're hate for you, and they keep giving money
Amazing.
to Michael. Let's GoFundMe now. What 54,000?
I have no idea.
And those haters are putting 27,000 in your pocket.
Well,
Keep
GoFundMe.
hating. Keep hating.
What made you start GoFundMe?
The GoFundMe.
I can't say it. Johnny can. Why did he do the
GoFundMe.
GoFundMe? Why did
He had his money? She didn't keep his money from him. She didn't keep his TLC money. She didn't keep anything from him. What made him start that?
I can't say it. Johnny has to tell you.
Well, it's very clear that on the GoFundMe, and I have a clip of Michael saying it himself on his TikTok that all the money be going directly to me. You don't have to worry. I mean, that's right there is, because some people would argue, oh, well, Kibbles and Bits wrote it. So, No, she wrote it for Michael, and everything's linked to Michael's bank accounts. So half of that if he wants to take half your house, half your clothes, half your Big Mac, whatever the fuck he wants to take, you are entitled
Hold on.
to half.
I'm not understanding something. Maybe the people listening aren't either. So Kibbles and Bits started GoFundMe.
They wrote the GoFundMe for Michael.
Oh, okay. So now she's getting scammed by a scammer. And I'm sure she's not doing it for free out of the kindness of her heart. I'm sure she's paid because everything she does is not for the love of Michael. This
Yeah.
woman hates Angela so much that that's her whole motivation. So I'm sure she put out of the kindness of her heart. If she said for Michael, that's why she loves Michael so much. Scammer, recognized scammer. I'm sure she's getting paid.
Yeah, I've been saying that since jump. I mean, I can't prove it, but we all have like two eyes and a brain.
Right. Got 52,000 because she talked him into it and set it up. Trust me, she got something out of it.
And they asked for 25, and I guess maybe thinking they would never get it, but the hate for Angela, everyone's like, yeah, here, Michael, buy a Tesla, get a Mercedes, get some more gold chains, go live on TikTok every night.
And hate it. It's half.
Half. One half.
I mean, wow.
Imagine that.
I love it. Keep on hating. Keep on hating.
Every donation went 50% to Michael, 50% to Angela.
Wow.
And they kept that GoFundMe going because they saw the money rolling in. The greed set in.
Is it still open? If anyone's listening, pass that on. All your they need to stop. They need to stop putting money in that GoFundMe.
And I'm going to say this, and I'm going to get off. I just want to thank you, Renee. I love you so much. Johnny, Cody, you already know. And listen, the people in there that love Johnny and don't love me and put up with it because he loves me, thank you for supporting him, for just, showing love to someone he knows. But as far as the GoFundMe goes, Kibbles and Bits is directed to you. I don't have minions, as you heard what Renee said. Most people that are good friends with me don't want to be associated with posts and shit. Okay? I don't have to show my whole life to stay relevant. I show what I want to show because that's why I'm queen of me. And Kibbles and Bits, when you figure out that this shit's not worth it, come talk to me and Johnny, and we might take you in, okay? Because it's gonna happen, Kibbles and Bits.
That's a stretch, Angela. I don't know if I can get behind
but
that.
That's because we're real people, Johnny, and we know what it's like, and we forgive. I'm not saying it makes sense, but Kibbles and Bits, I have no hate for you right now. I feel sorry for you because you are definitely not praying to the same person I'm praying to. And that doesn't mean because you're a different culture. No, I'm saying because everybody prays to everybody's different thing. I accept all that. I'm saying at bottom line, whoever you pray to knows you're doing wrong. You're doing wrong. I don't care if it's Buddha, whoever. Everybody that prays to different gods or whatever, I don't know how to say it. It's for peace, right, Johnny? Is that how I word it?
Yeah.
You're doing fine. Whoever you're praying to is not agreeing with what you're doing. And for you to go against me this hard and y'all all call me wrinkly and old and this and that, well, I must be something. I'm 58 and I've got all of y'all coming at me and I'm still standing and I'm going to still stand. Remember that. You got the wrong queen, honey.
And another thing, let's not forget about this. And me being close to Angela, I do know something. If he spent 7 years working hard to get him here, don't think that she's not going to spend another 7 years of pulling out her truth about Michael and scamming and everything that he's done to her. A lot of people are going to be eating crow, including that girl, the Kibbles and Bit people. A lot of people, once your truth is out there, they're gonna well, you're probably not gonna get any apologies. Or Angela, we knew you were right.
I really don't want them, but all I know is I'm not gonna gloat like they're gloating because I'm not a gloater. I'll be thankful.
I'll gloat for you.
I know.
But I'll just be I'll do it.
Like,
I'm good with it.
actually, they think I got money. Michael's got it all. And that's all I'm going to say. Michael's got it all. I
And
survived.
I
He
would also
survived.
think, Angela, that you would also be entitled to half his TikTok earnings because, again, you're American. I know for a fact that you have half of the GoFundMe. I didn't inquire about other earnings, but it would follow the same logic. You're married. He wants half everything. You know, your cameos, your house. What your vacuum cleaner. So, I mean, it goes both ways.
Yeah. I just want my, that's why I never switched my name. I just want, honestly, um, I told it on this show and I can say this. I've said it. They didn't edit up for it. And I told him before we left, my gut told me not to. My heart brought him. If you're not in it for love, I don't want you to come to my country. And when I say my country, you say your country. It's all of our country, but I say my, just a figure of speech. The people's country. There's no way somebody deserves anybody. I don't care. A visa that's lying to our government just to get here for their own benefits, and they say I've done this and done that. Okay, you say it. That doesn't give nobody the right to still come under false pretenses. That's lying to the United States government. That is
Exactly.
lying.
And to
You
be the
said love. This doesn't show love. You hauled ass in 60 days. It does not show love. You wasn't here long enough to work on your marriage. You split lies. Hey, darling, you spit lies everywhere. That's okay. It's allegedly lies. It's my opinion lies. Well, we will wait and see because one thing I do is
But
I can
also,
talk.
Angela, this is important. Those 60 days, you spent a lot of time traveling with him. You went to
I
California,
absolutely did.
and
I
you guys were
absolutely
having a
did.
good time on those trips.
Absolutely. But y'all can bet
So,
this. Y'all can bet this. Michael, and I say it again, Kibbles, because we know your ears to the phone. He couldn't have done this on his own. Okay. He could not have done it. He couldn't have. It's all over. He's going to realize everything I've been telling him about this is going to happen. These people are going to come and use him up. That's exactly what they're doing. They're using him up. And when
yes.
it's all over, let me ask you something. This is just a question to the people in the chat, the people that's going to listen to it. If he hadn't become famous, do you think, it's a question, do you think anybody would have cared if he stayed or not here?
no.
That's a question. Do it in the comments for Johnny. Go do a damn TikTok about me. How absurd I sound. I'm asking a question.
Oh,
If
no.
he wasn't famous, which we know who made him famous, America did because this is American show, I thought. Okay.
Yeah, and if they would have done,
Would you support Michael if you never met him? Like never seen him on the show because none of you never met him. Because if you have, well, you probably could have because I mean there's a bunch of lies going on, so who cares? But the point is, would you have helped him this much if he wasn't on TV?
and would you have helped him
Of
if
course you would.
he was the
Of
president?
course, but that's a question for y'all. Let Johnny know. He'll do something about it on there. I love you all. I got to get off. I might have said too much, but you know me. I don't give a shit.
Thank
Like
you, Angela, for popping on. It was a nice surprise.
everything that's coming that y'all are going to see is proof. I don't. Let me tell you something. I'd have threw the towel in a long fucking time ago if I thought I was going to lose. Remember that.
Yes.
Remember that. Somebody keeps coming in my live. All right, I love you. Thank you, Renee. Can you hear
Bye,
me, Johnny?
Ange.
All right.
Thanks for popping up.
Love
Hold
you,
on.
Ange.
Love you.
All right. Bye.
Can you hear me, Johnny?
You want me to drop you?
Somebody called me.
Okay, I'll drop you.
Wow. She makes some good points there, Johnny.
Sure did.
She makes some good points there because as far as him being famous and being on the show, if he was just, if let's just say, well, he is the president, right, of that group that finds
Yeah, the Paradise Men.
lonely, heavyset white women, and it's got a number of men that are that belong to this group.
I
Yeah,
remember the thing I forgot to ask you. Go ahead, keep going.
but if he wasn't famous and he would just made the news for scamming a bunch of lonely white women in the United States, he'd be in jail or he'd be the number one person to stay away from. You know,
Yeah.
people are just not paying attention to things that they should pay attention to. And like as far as that detective coming on the show, there are things there, but he can't make statements without enough facts to back it up. If he would have had more facts, if he would have had more pieces to the puzzle, which he had a very short time to get together.
I just don't understand how, like, I had more pieces of the puzzle than this guy ever did.
Well,
When I was watching him say,
never.
like, there's no proof of anything, him hiding money, but
Kati, try and understand me, okay? I'm trying to call you now, you're not picking up. I've been busy filming, trying to sort things out, okay? Just trust me, please. Also, I have some money coming to your side. I will let you know, okay? I'll call you, please. I love you and I miss you.
I don't know why I have that and the PI couldn't find it. I mean, I even shared that on a live, like, but this big hot shot PI, and also, something about, like, they have a PI license, so should they be like accusatory and having
No,
that demeanor about them?
well, he has a PI license, and he's not willing to lose it over speaking on something that he doesn't have 100% of the puzzle to
But
put.
he did. He
But
certainly did do that.
he had enough, but not enough to actually go on. It like Angela said, she's not going down without a fight. Michael's not going to get away with scamming her. You have that information.
Are you back?
She
Yeah, I'm
has
back. I just gotta say something, Renee. My phone rang. I wanted to tell y'all bye. Thank you again. Baby girl Lisa wants to come in, Johnny, if you want her to.
Okay.
She's
I'll,
roaring.
I just sent her the link.
Okay. I love you, Renee. I'm listening from the back.
Okay. Love
Thank
you
you all, and thank you for the ones that are supporting me with the quiet, because that's how I keep people quiet. So we don't need to put all our business out there. That's what we got Johnny for, because Johnny does facts. Keep up the good work, Johnny. Love you. And I'll holler at
Oh,
you next week on a private call.
okay.
All right,
Next
thank
week,
you,
dang,
Renee. I love
I
you,
gotta wait
Renee.
a whole week.
Keep on with the interview. Baby girl Lisa wants to come in. I'll be listening. God bless you. Free the
too.
queen. Free the queen.
There you go. Hashtag free the queen.
I don't know
Bye,
how to
honey.
get out.
I'll drop you down. Okay.
Yeah, it's just interesting, but I know that Angela has the facts. You have the facts, much more facts than what was shown on the show, and she knows she's got a good case against Michael. And like I said, everybody's gonna be eating crow. Everybody's gonna be like, oh my god, when he's deported or they're divorced, and he has to jump through some other hoops to prove that he wasn't scamming her all this time. So we shall see. I can't wait for the next few months to come up as we go through this with her.
Yeah, I mean, I want to see the reaction now. Is the GoFundMe going to be, like, finally shut down now? Will people ask for refunds knowing that half of it goes to Angela? And that's a fact.
I
I wouldn't put it out there if I was not 100% certain.
let me
I
tell you
did my homework.
let me tell you something. I've never actually participated in a GoFundMe. Um, if I do see something and someone is on a GoFundMe, I would rather send a personal card and a check, or help them physically, or whatever I can do to help them. But if I did give Michael $200 because I'm thinking Angela left him all high and dry, and now I find out that she's actually entitled to half of it, I'm probably going to get in touch with GoFundMe and request my money back. And period. And then if I want to still help Michael, send it in a different way.
And I wonder if Mary knows whatever cut she was promised by Michael, because, like you said, she's not doing this for, like,
Oh,
out of the goodness of her heart. No
oh,
way in hell. I'm sorry.
no. If she wanted to
I,
do something out of the goodness of her heart, she should be serving food to the homeless, or
If she was doing anything out of the goodness of her heart, she would not have had Andrea pose as you to be clickbait for more clicks and views. She's in it for the money, people.
yeah,
And listen, we're bloggers. You know, this is our jobs. This is how we make an income. I don't know if
he just discredited himself so huge, and I'm so sorry that Kelly. I liked him on the show, that he was a part of it, but I don't believe it at all that he did not know that that lady was not a lady named Andrea. I don't believe
no, because I'm pretty sure that Molly and Cynthia, while they were friends, um, were friends with Sherelle. You know, we've all been around for a while,
Okay.
and it's hard to believe that, yeah, like you said, like Kelly, Kelly would know.
Yeah, and I feel like if he can sit on that platform and think that they can get away with passing her off as someone else. I watched the show where the couples resort, and I was kind of on his side, but after watching that this morning, I'm thinking, man, maybe I was wrong about him, and maybe I should have had a little bit more empathy for Molly after seeing that he can just lie on this kind of platform, go along with it. Oh yeah, I heard this, I heard that. So I my whole view for him has changed also.
Funny how the truth always comes out, huh?
Yeah, it does. And he just showed a little bit of the caliber of a man that he is. If he can get on a show for some 2-bit chick trying to lie to get likes and this and that, what is he in the same category? You know what I'm saying? I don't know, I'm very disappointed with him. Very disappointed with him.
Well, there was a lot of speculation that he put it in that lady's name because here's baby girl Lisa.
Okay.
Hey, look, Lisa, let me get to. There was a lot of speculation that he put in a name because he didn't want to be like, tied to it. But when she says in the GoFundMe description itself that every cent goes directly to Michael, and then Michael's on his TikTok saying every cent goes directly to me, it doesn't matter who wrote it.
And did you save those clips?
Say that again, Renee.
I'm asking Johnny if he saved the clips of him saying all that.
Oh yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, shoot. I think I'm going to put the D in front of your name, Detective.
That's why I call him the GOAT, Renee. John is the GOAT.
Little facet, a 90-day detective, and check people out for him.
Well, now my head's back in the game. I've been free of, I have not been this committed to blogging in about 2 years.
It has been 2 years, John, for you.
I never met you, but hello.
It's a pleasure.
Oh, baby girl Lisa, Renee, baby girl Lisa.
Okay.
Hey, I wanted to jump on here, John, because I've been kind of out of the loop. Because, like you said, we have real lives.
Right.
But I've been seeing this GoFundMe, and I'm sorry, but that there is a complete scam, that GoFundMe. He scammed the American people out of their hard-earned money by coming here, and he ran within 60 days, John. That's not.
And like I said with Angela up, they traveled for probably 30 of the 60 days. They were in California. Then they went to New York for the tell-all. Then they went to Florida with Nick Hogan.
He got his TLC check because their TLC check does not come to Angela and Michael.
No, it goes to Michael.
Paid separate. And when the GoFundMe started, Michael had just gotten paid from TLC, maybe a little bit before that. So he
like days before it. And so Michael had already gotten the 40, it was 40 grand.
And Kibbles and Bits helped him scam people too, because she wanted her part in it. Bottom line, Michael got paid. I know that for a fact.
Well, I can tell you, Renee.
Got her check, and Michael got his.
I can tell from my aspect of it because I went through this when I was on the show 2020. They said Usman never got his money. And let me tell you, he got every dime from Sharp Entertainment into his bank account in Nigeria. So, yes, they do pay the foreigners.
But that always hasn't been the case because for a long, in the beginning.
Exactly. In the beginning, it was different.
Yeah.
But we're going back.
But now, you know, so I think someone had asked early in the chat, is Angela entitled to the 40 grand he got from the show? But, you know, it was split down the middle. So that,
No, because their payment was considered one, but
yeah,
because they didn't have equal accounts and stuff like that.
right.
Because I know that for a fact, and I know that I don't want to be giving up too much, but like I said,
Don't give up too much. Be careful.
for a while, and I know Michael. I know their conversations about money. Michael has been paid in the past, and they're making plans to do this or save that, or prepare for this or prepare for that. And Michael's in agreement. He was in agreement with being positive and saying, okay, we're going to do it this way, da, 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 this and that. Then they'd fight because he'd mess up somewhere down the line, or he wasn't full. He didn't put all his money in. She's over there, the one flying. She's paying bills, doing this. Don't forget, she went back there when his mother passed to help bury the mother. And she
Yeah.
didn't funded by TLC. She went there on her own.
Yep.
You know,
That's
And,
because
and like, you know, she can't stand him, and only is in it for like the money and the fame, whatever. But like, that was a great point, Renee. I'm so happy you said it.
and
When Michael's mom passed away, Angela went there without even thinking twice about it because she wanted to be there for her husband.
and I know
well,
that she wanted me to fly with her. And I know Angela so well. I know a lot of her personal stuff. I said, I don't know if you should take the financial risk of going. Like that husband, I loved his mother. His mother loved me, which the mom did like Angela a lot. And she went there on her ass and made it happen. So, I mean, I don't know what to tell you guys. I forgot about that part. Now I'm pissed about it. I can't believe I just remembered she went there on her ass to Nigeria and
Yep.
get everything paid, put all her bills and her life and her grandchildren on hold to go.
And that wasn't filmed or anything. That was her going there to be there for a husband.
yes.
Lisa, you're gonna say something?
Yeah, because the bad part is a lot of people will judge a person on reality TV, and I'll say reality for that 30-second clip. People don't realize we are real people with real feelings, real emotions, real outbursts. Now, I can't speak for Angela, but let me tell you, when you arrive in Nigeria, because I'm not under contract anymore, so I can speak freely. Once you arrive in Nigeria, you're arriving into 120-degree weather. You're up 20 hours on a flight. And you guess what? You're filming immediately after you get off that plane. There's no rest. So they're hating Angela for a 30-second clip. Why don't you try to get to know who the real Angela is? I've seen this woman take in strangers that I would never done what she's done because they get too chatty, they get too backstabbing, they make up horrendous lies. I experienced that with one of her followers. I don't allow the followers to get close to me because of that reason. Because Angela is a big-hearted person. She loves hard, and she will go hard for the people that she loves.
I mean, when
It's sad that Michael manipulated her for 7 years. 7 years. And I don't know if you know, Renee.
I think
John,
you're
what I was
frozen.
going to say is a lot of people don't realize these Yahoo boys will play this game up to 20 years to achieve their goal. They don't care.
Oh, of course. It's the long game. Oh, yeah,
they,
absolutely.
for some reason, they think this is the ultimate ticket here.
It is.
Well, yeah.
Thanks to the show.
That's why they're all younger and preying on lonely, overweight, older women, you know, and that really upset me. It's like
And look at Kimberly. I mean, shit.
all American women, honestly. Like we're just all sitting over here stuck on stupid and desperate for somebody to be with us.
And the main thing that you'll find with Yahoo boys, and I just had this come across in my store, was an older woman, church God-fearing woman talking to a Nigerian trying to scam her for iTunes cards. I snatched her phone from her. I ran the riot act on this young man. I said, don't let me catch you ever asking her for anything ever again. I said, because we know how it operates in your country. Don't push that button.
And Lisa, did you hear what I said about Angela being entitled to half his GoFundMe?
That there, I was wondering that since this GoFundMe got set up, because technically they're married in Nigeria. He's here on.
They're married. They're married.
Exactly. So turnabout's fair play. But knowing Angela, what I did hear her say, she doesn't want the money. She'll donate it. And I
And,
can guarantee all your listeners, she
and
will
that's
donate that money.
very superstitious, and she does not believe in taking advantage of people because she does not want that to come back to
No,
get.
she doesn't want that bad juju. She doesn't want no bad karma, no bad
He's
juju.
gotten shit on for like the last how many months now, or years, I should say. But you know, the last more recently, it's just been like insanity at every level. I don't know if I'd be so kind about it.
Oh,
And,
John,
Just
I would
saying.
up
and,
and down and 24/7 on lives. I would have been off.
another thing is when I have been on the phone over the past few years with Michael and Angela discussing things and this and that. When I was in Nigeria, it was not all arguing and all this fighting and all this stuff going on. They had a lot of good times together.
And I
And,
can confirm that for you,
and,
Renee. I will confirm that.
and they
TV,
had good times together. Hold on one second. They had a lot of good times together. It wasn't shown. It was shown, but then a lot of it wasn't shown. And then another thing I want to say is Angela, I've seen her get upset with Michael, but every time she loses her shit, he number one, he didn't he took money, spent it on a chick. He lied about putting deposits in. He lied about buying that car. Every time she loses her crap, it is because she was so loyal to him and loved him so much that she went completely cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. The situation over the friends. What woman our age gets that upset unless we feel we've been wronged? We're too old to go through this bullshit. If
you're
someone
right.
at this point in my life wrongs me, I'm probably going to not be taking that as well as I would have when I was 30, and I could be like, 2 tears in a bucket. F it. I'm out.
Exactly.
At
When we
60,
were
I'm
when we
not.
were in our 20s and 30s, we didn't care.
Yeah,
But
she would, but she got passionate because she kept putting all the time and energy into him. And
let's
uh,
face it, Renee, she loves Michael. She loved that man. Absolutely adored him.
she did. And I'll tell you something else. When I went to visit Angela for the first time, the I came to her house, and she was so proud of this. I hope she doesn't get mad for me sharing this story. Is
Okay.
that she had a big, huge hope chest in her room. Michael had gold chain, gold watch, a wallet, all these things that she knew he would love, polo shirts, like just stuff. So when he came through the door, he was going to give him this big hope chest and Valentine's Day thing not being, and had him all set up with just luxury box. A woman who doesn't love a man would not put that much thought into shopping for him for 7 years and hold that hope chest like that all together.
Well, I was there 24 hours, less than 24 hours when he walked his 5 hour walk like Moses was crossing the desert. I mean, like it was biblical. Like
Sorry,
you know,
John.
I was there like less than 24 hours after reporting it, and I saw, you know, the hope what you're talking. I saw all that, and I also saw like racks of clothing that she had gotten Michael, and it's we were talking about this last night. It wasn't like, you know, cheap, like Walmart. Not that Walmart has cheap clothes, but Michael likes to go change the Mercedes. He has a certain lifestyle. This guy. So if it wasn't top of the line apparel, he wasn't having any part of it. And so, a lot of stuff has saw tags on it.
Yeah. Yeah. And if he walked 5 hours, that's because he got lost. I've been to Angela's house times, and there are 2 roads that can take you out. He must have walked in circles because you literally can walk about, if you remember this, Johnny.
Well, no, I've been there. I've been there more times than almost my own house, so I
Right.
know the layout.
There's a section where there is something there. I can't remember if it's a gas station or what it is. It takes you somewhere. He must have got lost. It shouldn't have taken him 5 hours to get out of her neighborhood. And let's talk about her neighborhood. Also on the Kibble and Bits show Full of Lies, Angela lives way deep in the country. Blah blah blah. Like she has a shooting range and her own 100 acres that she lives on. No, Angela lives in a neighborhood with neighbors across the street, next door, down the street, around the corner. There's a school.
And
It
she lives on that giant lake, and all the homes on Angela Street are very, very nice.
owns the lake. It's on her property. And she does not live out far, far in the boonies, like they say. We got to restaurants in plenty of time. It didn't take 2 hours for us to go have a nice dinner.
No, yeah, no. In Hazelhurst, Hazelhurst is the county seat of Jeff Davis County, which Angela lives in, and that's where you would find everything really in the county seat. Now, granted, it is a small town, and like I was saying, it's not like right off the interstate. You got to drive,
As rural, and as she tried to make it sound like Angela was just so country.
right.
Her neighborhood is not country. To me, country is, and I don't know, this could be a Cali thing where, that's my next door neighbor, but you can't see the house at night, but you can see some lights far, far, far away. To me,
No, it's not like that at all. The houses are kind of as close to the house like our house is here.
I can at her neighbor's house from her front yard.
Yeah.
Now I have a
Yeah.
question, for you, John.
Yeah.
Do you honestly think he walked 5 hours
No.
without having
No.
someone pick
He
him up?
walked to the end of the block, got on the call, and said, "I escaped. Pick
Right.
me up."
Right.
That's what happened.
5 hours. It's impossible. Like I said, unless he got lost, and there are 2 roads that connect, he would have figured out, unless he's just that stupid, he would have figured out he's going the same route.
He most certainly got picked up 1,000,000%.
Yeah.
There's no way, if I were him, I would have walked to the Walmart or like the McDonald's or something like that instead of walking aimlessly on backcountry roads for 5 hours. That's what I would do if I was truly escaping, or go to the police station if you feel like your life is in jeopardy.
Yeah, and that's
why didn't he go to the police?
Yeah, and
That's
for 5, if he was walking for 5 hours, damn, he might as well just kept it pushing and kept walking to the Savannah airport.
He would have found the
Exactly.
10 Commandments on his way. I mean,
Way.
I just was curious, John, because I seen that so-called blogger, reporting that he walked for 5 hours. I don't know where they come up with the trash news,
He
but
also
it is
said it.
hysterical.
He also said it at the tail end of the last part of the tell-all, where and it was like the last 30 seconds of the show, and it was like an update. Oh, I had to walk 5 hours. My feet were whatever, bro. If I have a bridge to sell you guys, if you believe that.
Think he maybe walked 5 miles, but not 5 hours. I'm no fool.
No way. And no way.
Someone
If the American people don't realize how many Nigerians are on the East Coast, especially in that area where Angela resides, that was a setup. Michael set this whole thing up. I don't care what anyone says.
Of course he did. Just like, like I tell people every time, well, if he was so abused by Angela for the 7 years, why did he come here? Why?
Exactly.
Yeah, and
He played the long game.
And we had a conversation while we were in Nigeria, which Angela is privy to, that I was talking to Michael and we were having dinner in the restaurant or some drinks. And I said, all Angela wants you to do is not be sitting around with your friends all day. Why don't you go find a little part-time job here? Keep yourself busy so she knows you don't have time to be online. This is after we found out about the chick and all that. Why don't you keep yourself busy? And he goes, I already have a person in the States wants me to start a business with them. And I said, well, why don't you tell her that? And that struck me as very suspicious, very suspicious. And he was just like, well, because I don't want her to get upset because she needs to know everything and everyone and everybody. And I believe that's why he never got a job. She begged him to get a job all the time, especially off season. She always said, get a job. He never had to get a job because he was the CEO, the president of this whole scamming. What was it called, Johnny? Do you remember president?
Paradise Man. There's a statue of him somewhere in Lagos,
Scamming other men to how getting paid by other Nigerian men, and he was taking a cut from the women that were sending the money over.
they take
Exactly.
cuts
That's
for
how Yahoo
everything.
boy play. These Yahoo
Everything's
boys
cut.
think that's full-time employment. They consider that to be a full-time job.
Now that I see why he never wanted to get a job and work, period. He didn't need to work. He was at home online running his whole scammer game, his whole scammer business.
It's a very sad situation for Angela because she gave her all. She loved him dearly. And for him to play her like this, it's unacceptable.
And not just play her. People are attacking her character. And again, I can only say at our age, if I put 7 years somebody and my future with them, and they kept dogging me out the whole way, I'm going to lose it also. You're going to see sides of me that you have never seen before because I feel like I don't got time for this bullshit. So I already know me. I'm going to be pissed. It probably equally the same as her. Even with the car. Wait, the budget was this. This isn't the car you were supposed to buy. That money was in an account
But then, you know this, Renee, that Michael wanted to go into the car flipping business with all his non-mechanic work and licensing, and Angela was you said, Angela was sending him money to get the cars, that he was going to flip, and then you saw the car. There was no kit. There was nothing that made that flippable in any way. And
for himself.
yeah. And exactly. But he was supposed to flip it.
Oh, no. That was an eye catcher car for Michael. That was like, look at me. Look at me. That was what that was for.
And you look now, John, it was all a scam. It
is, and
boy. I'm sorry. And I wouldn't say this to you, John, but if he's not running the Yahoo boy game, why would he block me of all people? It isn't baby girl Lisa.
Oh, but because he's friends with Usman, that's why.
Bingo.
And
Usman's found a way to stay on this show by first being with baby girl Lisa, and we saw how that worked out. And then he decided, let's try this with Kim, a super fan. Like, what? Just to be on the show.
And for all we know, remember when Michael went to go meet Usman and Angela lost her shit over that?
Yep, he sure did.
For all we know, he could have been a part of the Paradise Men also.
I wouldn't put it past them.
Exactly. Exactly. You just look at all the evidence laid out before everyone.
And they're going to stay loyal.
Wake up, America.
They're going to stay loyal to the Paradise Men program because they don't want to ruin it for all Nigerians. Usman, I can see Usman and Michael taking that to their grave, that Usman had a part.
Yeah, but now this Paradise Men, which was like, I never heard about that. Like, why would I know about it? You know, but now everyone knows about it. So I'm sure that's something that they don't want people to know about, right? Like, you know.
I wonder if it's still up and running.
Oh, I'm sure it is. I mean, I don't know, but like that's a big
might be
enterprise.
under a different name.
Yeah,
It's probably under a different name.
It's probably under like Princess Shoshana of Nottingham. She's probably running.
Their formats are very weak. I said I'm going to start selling formats to Nigerians.
Wow, Lisa,
I had to
why
tune in,
have
John,
you up
because I've
here?
been, like I said, I wanted to catch up with you to see what the hot tea was, because I've been out of the loop, you know, because I have a real life, you know, and I'm not on social media. And yes, I am friends with Angela, and I don't care who knows it. That's my business, and that's Angela's business.
But here's the thing, like
You either
bloggers
accept
who were
it or
like,
don't. I know who I am. Angela knows who she is, and guess what? We get along perfect.
bloggers who hated Angela are now questioning the GoFundMe, and you know, Sarah Fraser's
A
one of them.
lot are.
Even that wet sock guy who I can't stand is even
I
questioning
know.
it. You know, and
Newest videos coming soon.
there's more bloggers, you know, now that this stuff is like out of control. I mean, $40,000 from the show. 5 days later, GoFundMe starts. He's up to like what, 53,000. So he's living the American dream. He got here on Christmas Day, got a ton of gifts. Then they traveled to California, had a great trip. Then they went to Tampa. Then they went to New York to shoot the tell-all. So and then he left. 5 hour walk to. You mean a 5 minute walk to the end of the block where the pickup was waiting for you? And now he's got over between the 40 and the 53. That's about $100,000, and the money he rakes in on TikTok, which is insane, which is also half Angela's.
Yes.
Yeah. And let's not forget, you know, the Johnny, Lisa, let me tell you what part really had me cracking up. I was like, Michael is such a liar. Johnny, when he said Angela locked him in the house and put locks.
I've been in that house, so I can tell you that with full confidence.
Still get out. I mean, come on now.
I spent more time in that house than Michael ever has. You know, like way more. And there are so many ways to get. There's so many ways to get out of the house. There's 1, 2, 4 doors that have never been padlocked in any way. Like that, she was locking him in from the inside. There's windows everywhere.
How the hell does she lock those?
I mean, like you could just throw something through the window if you need to get out that badly, right? I mean, it's insane.
Exactly.
Locked him in. That means
that was hysterical, Renee. That was truly funny.
Yeah, Michael, there's just so many things that I feel like if we can just have the facts that he did lie about so many things, I don't know why people are believing him on a whole bunch of other things. You know why? Because they don't like Angela. They don't understand why she got so upset with him. I mean, and I think everyone forgets about not this past tell-all, the tell-all before, when she just broke down and was crying and was like, I cannot do this anymore. That was not a pissed woman at that moment, at that tell-all that I was at. That was a hurt, dragged out, tired, in love female. Do you guys remember that?
Yeah.
Yes.
and cried. She had no more energy even to yell. Um, it's I don't know. I just hope that Angela her her time to pull the whole story together so everyone can see that Michael is going to be revealed for the scammer that he is, and maybe with luck, maybe they can pull down this whole Paradise Man scamming thing for a minute, because that is against the law here in the United.
Yeah, they have so many cover-ups with that. I would think that would take like a literal army to do that. And Brooks knows, hey, sweetheart, is she stuck with him, or can she divorce? Well, she filed annulment an annulment petition, which means, like, the marriage never legally, it never legally should have happened. Like, you get annulments in the Catholic Church a lot because, when you get divorced in the Catholic Church, like, a lot of churches won't let you remarry a second time. So, and some do, but the annulment's the way out, and it's something. So she filed the annulment, and Michael, with all the hundreds of thousands of dollars he's making, hand over feet, responded to the petition and asked for a divorce instead of the petition where now in Angela's petition, she's not asking for anything from Michael. 0.00. She just wants this done and to be rid of him. Michael, on the other hand, files for a divorce. Well, responds. He didn't file. He responded to Angela's petition, and his response was, "Well, we're going for a divorce where he wants half the marital assets, half the house, half. Like I said earlier, he wants half everything. He wants indefinite alimony. Like, who's scamming? How much more money
Well,
can you squeeze out of this woman?"
that's because he's a part of a whole scamming scheme. And before he came here, that this was a part of the plan. You're going to marry her. You're not going to file for annulment. How does Michael even know all this? There's a whole nother team over here that helps you survive here and get what you can get out of the person that you scammed. So she filed annulment. He didn't want it. I'm glad you said that, because I didn't want to say it, because I thought maybe it wasn't supposed to be said. And now he's like, half your house, half of this. Don't forget, before Angela was on 90 Day, Angela worked in a jail. Angela had real jobs. Angela has a pension. He wants everything. And so the scammer's not just trying to scam Angela. He doesn't know about generational wealth. You're screwing her grandchildren, her daughters, everything for their property, their land, their legacy.
And that's the thing, like, you can hate Angela all you want, but Angela does take care of her 6 grandkids. And, like, so so Michael, he may hate Angela, okay, but then he's going to hate her grandkids. And she also takes care of Scotty, who's,
Yes.
on,
Sick.
who's on dialysis for the rest of her life, or until she can get a new kidney. And Skyla works very long hours. She works hard, and Skyla's kids are at Mima's too. So, I mean,
That's
how
what
much blood do you want to turn from a stone?
And that's what I'm saying. And that goes back to Angela trying to make her point about no matter what God, whoever, we duality so that we are ingrained with morals. We set ourselves to a higher standard. You know what I'm saying? And unfortunately, it's like, man, Michael, I don't know. I worry about his fate and his future. He's messing with some dangerous things. His morals suck. He's like the scum of the earth at this point to me. And I do not like that he knows affecting that if he does get any of Angela's assets, the grandchildren are screwed. The grandchildren that he swore on TV that he loved, and he was going to be such a great grandpa to when he got there. I
Oh,
don't.
by the way, I have an informant. So they did change it from Paradise Men, and the new site is. He told me it was heavenly something. So it's no longer Paradise Men. It was changed to Heavenly something.
Hmm, that didn't take long.
When I'm on top of my game, I'm on top of my game. What can I say?
I guess Lisa was right. Heavenly is not that fantastic of a name either.
I don't know. Maybe it's Heavenly Men. As soon as I get the rest of the title, I'll let you guys know.
Well, what's going to
Heavenly
happen,
Host. I
John,
don't
is
know.
now that you just dropped that, within 30 days, it will change again. That's
Oh
how they
yeah,
play the
I'm sure
game.
it will. I'm sure it will. And then
I
we'll
got,
find out the new one.
John, I got to want to say one thing and I got to bounce.
Okay.
Hey, Mike, I know this is going to get back to you, but you blocked me for a reason. I know that reason. You know that reason. Angela knows the reason. Don't worry, Mike. The truth always comes out. Just remember that. All right,
Lisa,
Renee, it was a
thanks,
pleasure meeting you. John, keep up the great work.
Lisa. Thanks for hopping on.
Thanks, guys. Love you, John.
Bye, sweetheart. Love you. Um, well,
Wow.
Renee, I know you're at work. I don't want to keep you much longer. We're an hour and 16 minutes. Is there anything else you wanted to say? Like,
Well, I just would like people to. I don't know. This is the type of person that I am. I I I don't like to be too accusatory. I like to look at the good of both sides and both people. That I try to be in Nigeria when I actually met Michael in person. I didn't want to go in, and I didn't. I didn't go in with all of the bad things that I knew that he had done to Angela. A lot of the stuff that goes on, the fans aren't even aware of. They're not filming their lives the whole year. There's
no, of course not.
so much stuff that went on and and goes on that they don't even have any idea of what has happened to them or what he's done and this and that. I just think that, for all the haters out there that, dislike Anja a little bit, let's just step back and let's think about the perspective that you put it in. She is a good grandmother. She does work hard for her children. She does take care of the sick. She does help Skylar with her children so Skylar can be the successful mom that
Yeah.
she homeowner and living the American dream with help from Nima, you know, all doing good because of her. And let's think about why she got so angry, besides looking at all the clips on television that don't truly tell the whole story. They put a year into how many hours a week? I mean, how many what is it? 7 shows?
Um, uh, no, it's more than 7, but it's 2 hours every Sunday. And like, but don't forget you're sharing that screen time with like 8 other couples. So
Yeah, and they're squeezing someone's life of a year in that 7-week period. And I mean, I don't know, just somebody get that crazy for no reason. Uh, 7 years of Michael pushing her and
yeah.
lying and dragging her in the mud and not monetarily telling the truth about things, putting her in compromising monetary situations in the beginning. Uh, there, I can just go on and on.
And like, it's very easy. Like, I remember telling Angela, she's like, well, Johnny, what do you really think about that? And Mike goes on the phone. And I said, you don't know, you don't want to hear what I think. She goes, no, I want to. And I said, I think you're both crazy.
Hmm.
And but it's very easy for outsiders to judge or think you're giving advice on someone else's marriage. Like when I was having issues with my husband, like 5, 6 years ago, a lot of people told me a lot of things, but I didn't want to hear it. And I'm happy I didn't because we're been so happy since then. But you just, it's when it's your marriage and you're in your relationship, it's very different. So
Yeah, it is. And another thing is I don't know. It's gonna be interesting how this all plays out. I wish the best for Angela. I hope she gets her time on TLC to put closure to the end of this story, because the story's not over. Yeah, Michael moved. Yeah, he has all these accusations, but as a viewer, I still want to know about Paradise Man. I still want to know if he is a true scammer. I I I want to
Oh,
know.
he's a true scammer. I mean, let
I
that.
I want that all resolved, and I'd like to see it happen and go down on television where Angela prevails. Where she's just like, "Hey, I told you all," and she
Well,
gets.
we're gonna see. Like I'm very curious. To see what happens after this live. I'm sure most of the idiots that follow this and are supporting him was like, "Oh, John Yates doesn't know what he's talking about. I'm making it up about her getting half." I can tell you, with every fiber of my being, I would not put myself on the line like this if I wasn't 100% certain.
Well, maybe we should start a legit GoFundMe for Angela, because
Well, then don't forget, if you do that, then half of it go to Michael.
oh, true that, because I was going to say she's going to have a lot of she's going to have some lawyer fees, and stuff like.
Also, she can take him out of Michael's cut.
Yeah, true that. True that. Like tit for tat, but you're right. Then it ixnays the
Right.
his out.
I
But
mean,
yeah,
it's a noble thought, but if I'm saying Michael is going to lose half of his money to Angela, then in reciprocation, it would be the same way around.
yeah, it sure would. Well, I mean, in short, I feel like I just feel like everyone listening put the word out that Michael is scamming on the GoFundMe. Kibbles and Bits helped him put it together. She's getting a cut for sure. I'm willing to bet $1,000 on that.
And we don't know, we can't prove it, but I mean, like,
Yeah,
if you have two eyes and a brain, I mean,
she didn't
she's
do
not in this for like,
she didn't do it out of the kindness of her heart.
not altruistic at all.
No, she dislikes Angela so much that she tries to stick it to her any kind of way that she can. She'll get her claws in there. But I mean, put the word out that now half of Michael's GoFundMe goes to Angela. Wow. I think people should stop funding that GoFundMe immediately. Immediately.
I just would love to see them all. Oh man, we gave half, and I mean, some people gave like $1,000, like thinking it was going to Michael. No, 500. And then again, Michael's being so cavalier about posing in front of Mercedes and wearing Mercedes hats and like showing off like his Mr. T amount of like gold chains, and it doesn't look like anybody who's like hurting for anything, or he's in this beautiful apartment. Um, and
Wow.
again, he was there 60 days, but he was only a house 30.
Hold on. You wait. I did not see that. Hold on. So you're telling me Michael has a new Mercedes and a Mercedes cat?
Well, he posed in front of a Mercedes. And was it a new Mercedes, Cody? I think it was a used one. But it was a Mercedes nonetheless, and like not terribly that used. But for me, the hat, like
Yeah, because if you
well,
buy Mercedes, you new or used from a Mercedes dealership, they give you the hat and they give you the jacket. It
and he swore up and down, "Oh no, I didn't get the
first
Mercedes. I was posing in front of a friend's car, which makes no sense. Why would you be doing that? Like when you're getting so much money from people, and then some people are saying, "Oh yeah, Michael, buy the Mercedes. You deserve it." I like
no,
I
the hat. If he has the hat and the whole everything, he bought that. They gave it to him. He was happy, and and that disturbs me even more. So you're seeing him with the new Mercedes. You're saying he has a beautiful apartment. And I'm telling you that he got a lot of money from TLC. He got paid, and you're still
40 grand. I know. I already said it. 40 G's. And then that was days before the GoFundMe. So he's already, between that, he's at 100K. And the TikTok money he makes is an insane amount. I like, and he's live on TikTok almost every night, dancing and with his great big smile on his face. Because why shouldn't he have a smile? Everything he's worked so hard for 7 years is coming to fruition finally.
I guess. And that's just real disheartening to me because there's so many other people out here that are really homeless and really in need of
I
things.
was one of them.
And it's like they're really in the pain of hardship, and then you could be donating to the homeless and giving to other um, businesses and nonprofits, and you're funding Michael as he's getting paid for TLC, getting a new Mercedes, living a
Well,
nice.
we don't know if he got the new. I believe that he did. Or then there was another. I saw comments about Michael. Someone said that they saw Michael pulling out of the Tesla dealership with a Tesla. Like, but I don't know, man.
Well,
I can't prove it,
any,
so it's allegedly.
at any rate, so last thing, let's just touch base on this. Okay. So if Michael didn't plan all this, how the hell did he get to the United States and get all this help from people in different states, different cities?
It was the Paradise Men thing.
All
That's
over
it.
the place. Once
Or
he
Heavenly.
made that 5-hour walk to escape and had cuts on his feet because he didn't have shoes either.
No, he thought he watched Sleeping with the Enemy too many times with Julia Roberts, and he figured he was in the same boat.
How does he even have all these contacts?
The Paradise Men, they set this. They've been setting this up for years with him, knowing that he would get here, and then it's crazy. And I know Angela can be a certain way, but she's only been nothing but good to me. And you dropped your phone.
I know, I dropped my phone. Hold on. And you want to know what else? And the sick thing about it is that I hope TLC is smart enough to know that Michael did cause Angela real damage, real pain. And when I say that is like I just feel like how she was portrayed a little bit. I'm hoping that they don't move forward with Michael like he's in the States and he's on this single life and because he doesn't deserve that. Anybody can look at him and tell he scammed her. Anybody. The producers aren't stupid. People on the show aren't stupid. You're not stupid. I just hope that they don't support Michael. And
well, it's just that we're in a very small minority, and that's like when Angela said she only has like 6 people fighting her, she wasn't lying. And he's got a literal army. But
well,
it's all going to come out.
Well, all of America that believes that Michael was so used and abused and that you're supporting him. This is just my message, period. That you're supporting him and you're sending money to the GoFundMe so he can go get another Mercedes and a Tesla. When it all comes out, you're all going to feel like Angela, all you naysayers, because you got scammed too. You got scammed also with him. Not only did he take Angela down, but he's taking all you pro-Michael viewers in the whole United States, scamming you. He's actually, I just thought about this. He's actually just pulled off the biggest scam ever. If he gets $1 from everybody in the United States, he's an instant millionaire. So he's scamming everyone. All of you. Just remember that when all the truth comes out, you've been scammed. That's all I have to say.
And you said it beautifully. All right, Miss Renee, thank you for coming up. And listen, you just text me next time you want to come up, and we'll do it again.
Yeah. And
What?
hopefully position or I'm in town from not working, or you know what I'm saying, because I'm
And
in
next time you're in New York, let me know because hi. Um,
New York, always in New York. I love New York.
so I'm in Jersey. I'm only like an hour and a half from New York City.
I know, and I thank you, and I hope people pay attention, and I think you're doing a great job. And I like I said, I don't get on social media too much or watch lives, but if you could just drop me a text when you're going live, because I'm not typically on,
Yeah, absolutely.
I would love to chime in on your lives. I
Oh,
don't
I would love to have you.
I
You're
don't
always welcome.
Okay, well, thank you so much. All right, much love, my friend.
Bye, Renee. Thank you for being here. And do you want me to drop you down so
Yes,
you're off?
yeah.
Okay.
Nice to
Bye,
see you.
Renee. Thank you. Okay, remove. Okay. I don't know why my picture is so cloudy. Anywho, I want to thank you guys for being here in the chat with me. Melby, thank you for the Venmo. Thanks for listening and trying to have an open mind about it. Because I know, like, when you're in the minority, it's like, when people stuck up for me, and it's hard. People stuck around me for me when I was at my lowest. It's a hard spot to be in. So it makes me really appreciative of all the people that stood by me. It's very easy to, you know, leave town when it's not so great. It's the people that are by your side when you're at your lowest. It's the people that count. All the new subs, and thanks for being here again. I feel bad about not saying roll call, but I can't do it when I have a guest. And that's it. Please make sure that if you didn't catch last night's live about all these AI accounts, and I'm pretty sure I know who they are because they're using the same voice across multiple channels, and you really need to listen to it to get an understanding. So that was last night's live. It's on my channel. I will also be live on Saturday night on Wendy's Lego channel, putting some fun Legos together. I'll put that link in my community tab. Thank you, Vixie. Thank you, Jules. And yeah, it's it's the sun. I'm not used to this day stuff. I feel like I'm in a smoker's den. But thank you all for being here, and let's see what happens next. Good day, everybody, and or good. Well, it's 5. We'll just say good day because the sun's still up. Good day, Wendy. Wendy H. I'll put it on my community tab, and that's it. That's all I got for now. So, Jules, you gonna go live? Anybody who wants to go live? I'm done for the day. So I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye, everybody, and thank you again. And thank Renee and Angela